Hi, everybody. It's Julie.
And Mr. Clean.
It's been a while since we've been on live, and now that Facebook likes to say bye-bye to videos, we can't go tag people in some videos. And I thought, gosh, let's just do a new one and really talk about some of our favorite things. So let's talk. Some of our favorite things.
Holy moly. We got the best audio text today. This is the kind of audio text that gets you up early, keeps you up late, makes you put up with all the BS that stupid people say to you, like, I can't swallow all those pills. So,
okay, wait.
Anyway.
Do you think he hears a lot of that stuff being a physician?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Julie doesn't like my response, so I can't say it on a live video.
No.
Not even a recorded video. So, but here's the deal. So this audio text was totally awesome. It made my day. Thank you so much, Ginger Sussman. It was awesome.
Day, week, year, month. Everything.
Yeah, because this is the kind of thing that you just know you're on the right track when you get a text like that. So Ginger went to her doctor for her annual checkup, and instead of just, 5 minutes of being at the doctor, the normal, hey, oh, yeah, your blood work's fine. Here, take this pill.
She was probably there 2 hours.
She already said this publicly, so she's not on any medications. She's
70.
70. I don't know. I didn't say it. She did.
She said her age.
She did say her age.
Yeah. It's okay.
And so.
And my age is 56, so I'm okay with that. And he's 9.
Doctor said to her and talked to her, like had a conversation, like the old days, like it was when I was in practice, okay? You would actually talk with a patient and ask them about how their life is and how's their exercise routine, how's food going, and so on and so forth. You would ask questions. So this doctor asked questions because Ginger's blood work was better than better. And
perfect.
Way better than any 70-year-old that doctor has seen. And so it was out of the norm for him, and it caught his attention. He wanted to know what she's doing. Now, he might be just had one of those 5 or 0 birthdays, and so he's wanting to know, what do I got to do to be like that? And so...
she said that typically you go to a doctor's office, right? What do you go to a doctor for? For them to tell you what's wrong with you and to give you a pill. And she's like, it was like reversal of roles.
It was awesome. Made my day. And so the doctor was aware that Ginger takes a lot of supplements. She's talked to him about it before. And he's also aware that she sells supplements. And guess what he said? He goes, can we get together again and have a more detailed conversation on what you're doing?
Because I want to hear more.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like the perfect opportunity to introduce the scanner to the doctor.
Yeah.
And to talk about the products that gave her that great score.
So, it's really interesting because a lot of people know that we are very healthy. We call ourselves a wellness coach or a beauty and wellness coach. And they see us, working out and things like that. And it's so interesting. We have this device we're going to talk about here real quick. And they say, well, what if I don't take something that you have? Will it still show on this? So I just want to first preface with the technology we're going to talk about for a second has nothing to do and everything to do with what we do. But it didn't come from us. We don't own it. We lease it.
We bought the rights to it.
And we have the rights to it. I mean, isn't that cool? So what is this big size of a shoebox thing, Bill?
This is called the Biophotonic Scanner. We own the rights to it. We bought the rights to it for 20 plus years. And that means no one else can use it the way we use it. We're the only nutrition company on the planet that will give you a performance guarantee. That's different than a satisfaction guarantee. Satisfaction guarantee says, I don't like the color of this pen. I want my money back. It's an ugly orange color, kind of like OU or OSU or something like that. And maybe Texas Longhorn. I don't know. It's orange.
I don't know, but while you're talking, I need to go wash my hands because we're going to scan me, and I forgot to put body butter.
And I'm mad at Kubota, so it's ugly for that reason.
Oh, it's like Kubota. Yeah, that was our problem. We bought an orange tractor instead of a green and gold tractor.
Okay,
so scoot over. I'm going to go wash my hands real quick while you talk.
Don't wash your hands.
Okay.
Just can't. Okay,
it's going to be lower.
Yeah, so what it does is it sends a laser into your skin, and it does that 6,000 times in 30 seconds, and it measures the activity of carotenoids. Now, carotenoids are the biggest body of antioxidants in your body. Antioxidants, there's over 80,000 different studies on antioxidants. It should be part of your regular vocabulary, and if it's not, it better start to be, because antioxidants are the front line of your immune defense department. They're the foot soldiers that get killed off first. And so you want to make sure that your antioxidant level is high.
Wait, what does that mean?
I know there's a lot of ladies on this call, and guess what? If you're trying to lose fat, if you're trying to get rid of the dimples and the cottage cheese and the bingo arms, you're trying to get rid of that stuff, your body won't let you do that if you don't have enough antioxidants. And so...
Okay, so what does it mean that it eats them off first?
So they're...
And purple, by the way. And I don't even like purple, but you want to be in purple.
Just think of them as the foot soldiers. So when something's invading and attacking your body, whether it's sunlight, or, too much sunlight, or air pollution, or water pollution, or clothing pollution, synthetic clothes are toxic to you as well. So just anything that irritates the body, the antioxidants are going to go squash it as best they can.
Okay.
But
And the opposite is it's trying to squash
look
those,
at
right?
your number. Oh,
Stop.
wow.
And opposite is trying to squash it.
So,
right? So those toxins are trying to squash everything in your body.
So you want your antioxidant level to be high.
I'm usually around 70,000. Yeah, I'm at 69,000.
It's such a great year, 69.
Yeah, it's my year that I was stop.
Of the Mustang.
It was the year that I was born, actually, 1969.
Yeah.
And
Mustang.
it was always so funny because we used to have someone on our team, or she's still on our team.
Boss 302.
She always wanted her number to match her age. Now, I am not 69 years old, but I was born in 69, so it's kind of similar. All right, so anyway, keep going.
So, again, back to the fat loss. So, burning fat, that's the phrase that people use, right?
Yes.
I want to do some aerobic exercise to burn fat.
Yes.
Well, guess what? Burning is an oxidative process. Think of a fire pit or a forest fire or whatever. Think of fire. It's an oxidative process. Now, if you have a fire next to your house and your house is too close and you don't have something to protect the house, guess what? The house is going to get charred. So that's what happens to your tissues too. So if you're trying to burn fat and you don't have enough antioxidants to protect the tissues, your body's going to say, nah, we're not doing that. We're not burning that fat because it'll hurt the other tissues, your organs, your skin, your muscles, etc. So
keep working out. It's not probably going to work if you just keep working out and you don't get your score up.
So if you're one of those people that say, I just can't lose weight. Well, one, probably you need to lift some weights because muscle is what burns fat. And two, you got to make sure your antioxidant level is high enough.
Yeah. So, okay, this has 2 Nobel Prizes, right? Is that how you say it? Okay, that's awesome. This was discovered at the University of Utah, right? This has 26 million scans on it.
28.5 million scans.
In over 20 years, right?
About 14 million of those have a health questionnaire filled out with them. So that gives us a very huge database.
Is it one of the largest databases in the world, I think?
Yes, in terms of personal health data.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, that's huge. And what are we doing with that? And where are we going with this? And why are we even talking about this? We've had this for a while, but why now?
We're talking about this because my wife said, talk about this.
No,
okay?
but but we are talking about it like every day, not just online.
Here's my prop. So the next device is about this big. And instead of just measuring one thing, it's going to measure 274,000 data points. And because we have those databases, we have 4 databases. We have the scanning database. We have LifeGen's anti-aging genetic database. So at the time that we purchased LifeGen, they had 35 years of anti-aging research in the genetic field. And so that was a long time ago. That was 2010. So I had 15 years to that. So they're the experts. We own that. We have 100 million data points on the Luma Spa and the Renew Spa, which I'm sure you know. If you don't know what it is, get with the person who gave you this video and have them tell you. And then the third final database is our actual customer database. So we take AI and put it on top of those 4 databases with a scanner that's about this big that takes 15 seconds and is accurate to 0.001. We're going to be able to do things like stand in line at Starbucks. Okay, put your finger here, 15 seconds. Should I text you your score or email it to you? Which do you prefer? And then they're going to get a link, and that link is going to say, people with your score typically took these products. Click here to look at those products. Click here for the information on those products. Click here to buy. You want to pay retail, wholesale, or become an affiliate. And it takes the sales out of the equation for you because the data is going to be right in front of them. How many times those of you that have been selling supplements go, I want to see the science. Okay, here, it's right there. Click. Have at it.
Yeah, and let's talk about science for a minute.
No, that's a bad word.
No, for real.
COVID made science a bad word.
It's interesting because, you know, we keep hearing science-based, or we hear clean, or we hear all these things. What makes people think that when they buy something that's on the shelf, how do we know it's really in there? Like, how do we know that what you're buying, do y'all know that when you buy something, you don't really know what's in it? And do you realize when you buy an organic whatever, you really have no idea if that's organic, right? So how do we know that what's in it is what it says on the bottle?
We have a success process. And so we test our raw ingredients before we accept them at the door. We test them during the manufacturing process. We test them after the manufacturing process. And we test them 4 years after the manufacturing process, 2 years, and sometimes 4 on some products. And so what that allows us to do is to certify. And we have an ISO certified laboratory. We have 6 mass spectrometers. You know, my med school only had 1, and most police departments have 1. And so, or none. So, and when I went to the FBI Academy, I saw 6 in one room, but
okay, well,
they're the government. They have a lot of money. So, anyway.
And we have 6.
We have 6. And
we're not the government.
And we're not the government, and thankfully. And so this allows us to certify our products. So if you get your baseline scanner score, and you go on one of our scanner certified products for 60 days, use it as directed. So this one will be taken twice a day. Get rescanned, and if your score doesn't go up, you get all your money back. That's the performance guarantee that I mentioned at the beginning of this call. No other nutrition company that I'm aware of in the last 40 years has that. And so...
And this is kind of like the piece of it, right? He said you get scanned. You're going to get a
colorful
number.
pictures. Yes.
I like this little picture because it's very colorful.
My wife
and we're
is
online.
very artistic.
But you want to be moving the dial. And if the dial's not moving when you get rescanned, and by the way, if you're over here, it's like the red light on your dashboard saying pull over. That happened to us a few weeks ago. You better pull over and you better do something about it. But we want to get over here where you're in the purple, the blue, towards this way. So keep going. So if you do, then great. If you don't,
add more. We have more than one scanner certified product. And, you know, no one in this household that you're seeing here takes any medications. And we're both kind of old. And so, and our daughter doesn't take any either. And so the reason why, one of the reasons why, is because we exercise 6 or 7 days a week. We have a property to take care of, which means we're outside a lot, taking care of the property. We have horses to ride. We have cows to move. We drink water that comes from a well. We've tested that water multiple times for toxins.
Not cows to moo. Cows to moo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And we take our company's products. And so we take a lot of them.
We take even collagen that has antioxidants in it. Did you know that we have a collagen? I think that's so cool. Does your collagen have
Our
antioxidants?
collagen is scanner certified.
Scanner certified is like lutein antioxidants. Okay, anyway, that's
now,
so weird.
lutein, if those of you who are wearing glasses, you might consider our eye formula, which is scanner certified, and you might consider the collagen because of the lutein in it, because that's what it does. It helps protect the eye from UV radiation.
Lutein. Is that how you spell it? Look it up. Lutein. Tein. Lutein. Yes.
It's I before E, except after C, and when you're spelling a named substance. Okay? So the English language is wonderful.
So weird. Okay, so anyway, we've got 7.
We park on the driveway, we drive on the parkway.
Yeah, that's right. It's interesting because I have people that go, well, I take these other things, and that's what I want to address too. What is the market 75% of the people in the, it's a number, 75% actually
75%
take
of the
some
people
kind of supplement.
in the U.S. take a supplement every single
And
day.
they don't know if it's working.
They have no idea if it's working.
They don't even know if it's absorbing. You guys know they could be like, it could be really expensive, Pete. Like, think about how much you spend every month on a supplement times every month for 12 months. What are you spending? And you have no idea if it's working, right? None until now.
Until you get scanned.
And you want to get a baseline. Now, I don't know about locating a scanner where you are, but I do know that we are in the Waller area. So anything within an hour from us, you can have access to it or bribe us to meet you or whatever, which is outside of Houston. Bribe him with steak. He might come more than an hour for steak, probably. Even especially if it's Dave Russell's steak.
Or brisket. And that man is a master genius.
I saw Kim on here, so that would probably get him longer than an hour. But anyway, so, but if I were just a average Joe Blow person on the street, I'm no average, but if I was, and I got scanned and I was not above 50,000, what would you tell me to do? Besides, you need to eat 8 to 10 fruits and vegetable servings a day. You need to reduce your stress. You need to increase your sleep. What else do you need to do?
Honey, quit sniffing glue. All right, so here's the deal. Yes, the best way to raise your...
Sniff glue, okay.
The best... You see how she's holding that packet so close to her nose? Okay. So anyway, yes.
It's not glue.
The best way to raise your score is to eat organic fruits and vegetables. And I'm very specific about organic because food that's not organic, that you just walk in the grocery store and grab that first stuff off the rack, you are at risk because that stuff is sprayed with not so nice chemicals. And so you want to make sure you eat organic fruits and vegetables. And then you're going to say, oh, well, they're more expensive. No, not compared to having to go to the doctor because you're sick or your joints are worn out or you need surgery or whatever.
You're eating toxins, like literally eating toxins.
So organic fruits and vegetables. And if that doesn't get your score above 50,000, then you better consider supplements. And the reason why everybody needs to consider supplements is because modern farming technology has depleted the nutrients from our soil, which if it's depleted from the soil, it doesn't get into the fruits and vegetables. And then there's all this toxin stuff falling out of the sky that we can't really do anything about.
No.
But so everybody has to take a supplement. So 25 states have passed laws about that stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, so
you can get him on go down the, what is that called? The tin hat. Yeah, we can go talk about that for hours. We'll just keep it on.
Fruits and vegetables, baby.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. Organic fruits and vegetables.
There's a lot of things we have no control over.
And supplements. And so we have to do our part. Every one of us is responsible for our own health and wealth. You and only you controls how many times that fork goes past your lips and what's on it. And so you have got to be in charge of your health and wealth.
That's awesome. So just to wrap up, in summary, we have a device that will scan you. It will give you a bioscan, a baseline score of where you're at right now, a 6-week reading, right, of what your body, basically a snapshot of what your body looks like and how the antioxidants.
Oh my gosh, is that the Circle of Excellence 3 person out there?
I know, she's watching.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, just
awesome.
A shout out to Rebecca Fair for hitting Circle of Excellence 3. All right, so this is what this will do, and we've got even more coming. So if you haven't gotten scanned and you want to figure out your score and if what you're doing is working, this is something I recommend. And tune in. We'll give you more information as we get it. More information. Anyway, anything else you want to add?
Yes. Live with intention, and we prosper by serving others.
That's right. Bye, everybody.